I'm Dr. Suryaraju Mattimalla, author of Why I'm Not Indian, The Untouchable Rejecting India's Citizenship. I want to talk about my community's status in Indian state. We are untouchables. I belong to Madhika caste. I born to Madhika father and Yadav mother. I born in I bo- bo- I'm born as an untouchable. Even though my mother is a Yadav, she belonged to a powerful caste. But socially, she is socially boycotted from her Hindus for marrying an untouchable, and she became a new untouchable. She's untouchable, of course. My father died as an untouchable. He remained untouchable from his birth to death, like any untouchable in India. It doesn't matter whether you are a Prime Minister of India or President of India, you are a member of parliament, you are a bureaucrat, you are a university professor, or you are a theorist, you are a scholar, but you are untouchable. Your bureaucratic identities, political identities, your economic identities doesn't give you any status in India if you are an untouchable. Untouchables are born untouchables; they are dying as untouchables. That is the beauty of Indian society. That is the beauty of Hindu society. And Hindu diaspora or Indian diaspora never talk about this because they are carrying the spirit of caste and untouchability even in West. They have politically correct ideologies. They have support from the politically correct ideologies. That Indians are good. There are many taboos. There are many constructions around Indian community that Indians are beautiful, Indians are good, Indians are polite, peace-loving, non-violent. Gandhi is great. Gandhi is good. There are many kind of things. There are many myths about Indian state, Indian leaders, Indian beauty. There is also Bollywood. Is spreading the lies about Indian society with its stupid stories. Indians cannot become a civilized even after millions of years. As long as they carry caste system and untouchability, they can never become a modern, they can never become a progressive. Indians remain as Indians without any civilization. They are in fact primitive people. Even till today, they are openly killing untouchables. They are openly raping untouchables. They are persecuting untouchables. But world is silence about them. World is silence. We are walking carrion in India. We are walking dead, walking carcass, walking corpse in India. It doesn't matter whether I am a doctor, scholar, poet, writer, thinker, tanker, theorist. It doesn't matter. If you are an untouchable, you are untouchable. You are granted for persecution by the Hindus in India. Untouchables are persecuted everywhere in India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Japan, China, in entire Asian countries. Wherever caste system and untouchability is being practiced, we are subhumans. We are not even subhumans. Even I don't know how to say, but we are living dead. But world is silence. They don't want to take any action because India is a great ally of America and Europe. They are ally of advanced countries. Nobody wanted to eradicate untouchability and caste system from Indian society because because this is the religious sponsored, Hindu religion. It sponsored caste system and untouchability through which they are practicing caste and untouchability against untouchables. We are not humans. We don't have any freedom of speech in India. They are killing untouchables. See, recently they killed Katti Mahesh, but they fabricated as a road accident. He's a great scholar on democracy. He's an atheist. He's a genius. He is the one who is speaking openly against Hindutva's ideology. But how they killed him? At the very young age, 40 years. So they are targeting. But at the same time, there are Hindus who are speaking. But they are safe because if you are a Hindu, if you are talking about corruption, democracy, you are safe. There are many Brahmins so-called human rights activists, but they have never been targeted by Hindus because they are Brahmins, they are Hindus. But if you are an untouchable, if you are talking against Hindutva ideology, against Hindu religion, against caste system, against untouchability, against corruption, against violence, then you are openly killed and you are openly raped. You know, we have a Devdasi system. Devdasi system is happily going on in India, but nobody takes any action against the Devdasi system. This is happening even now in this 21st century, and in which every Indian, a general population of Indian society and Indian diaspora are part of that. But they became politicians in West. They became great icons. They became cricketers. They are everywhere worshipped by Westerners. Everywhere they are worshipped by Westerners. They have yoga, they have meditation, they have spirituality, they have vegetarian identity, they have non-violent identity, they have Gandhi, they have incredible Indian identity, they have support from BBC, CNN, and whatnot. Everywhere they are treated as a good people at the cost of untouchability, caste system. There are many myths constructed around Indian state, Indian public, Indian civil society. Only few philosophers like Slavoj Žižek, he is talking about Indian society. He is the one who said Gandhi is most dangerous than Hitler. He said Buddhism is the most violent religion. Hinduism is the most violent religion. So nobody is there to talk about Indian ideology because it's a great ally of advanced countries, powerful countries in the world. So untouchables, they have to leave that country. You have to live like a human. We are humans. You have to enjoy human status in your lifetime. Millions of untouchables are born and die as untouchables without even enjoying human status. How long generations, how long centuries you face untouchability and caste system? Leave that country and go to safe country where you will have a formal equality, you will have human status. Thank you.